A loved one is extremely difficult, and managing that grief associated with that pain can be overwhelming. With that, I want to bring in psychotherapist Frieda Birnbaum. Frieda, thank you so much for coming on the show again. We appreciate your time. It's always nice to see you.
Thank you for having me. Thank you so much.
You know, people often associate grief with the passing of a loved one, but that's not always the case. Grief can look differently. It can come with the loss of friendships, the loss of pets. It also can be anticipatory.
Absolutely. You know, our country is grieving. We have this war in Ukraine. We've lost lives during the pandemic. Our economy is horrible right now. There's this political divide. And then we go on to our own personal lives. What about losing jobs? What about having to move? What about relationships that are shifting? All these stressful lifestyles that we're dealing with have to do with loss, not only with individual loss as well. So we have to look and see that we're entitled to grieve, that we have the right feelings, and that we shouldn't feel guilty about grieving these situations.
Yeah, processing that grief is a task within itself. You know, you factor in our busy lives, you have children, you have maybe elderly parents, you have pets. How do you find time to grieve?
There's no time to grieve. It comes and goes. And what will happen is, you'll be driving your car and all of a sudden you'll have a thought about something, a thought about that person. Don't push it away. Hold on to it, because life eventually takes over and those memories can fade.
How do we, in talking about grief, how do we explain grief to our children?
You know, our children are very sensitive and they're very insightful. For them to know that they're allowed to be angry, they're allowed to feel loss, they're allowed to go ahead and accept what happened. And a way to do that is for them to journal, for them to talk about it, for them to know that they can keep those memories alive by going ahead and being part of charities and donations and continuing to have this kind of activity and experience no matter how long it takes. There's no limit on grieving.
That's really great information, and you know, it's important to remind ourselves of that. Dr. Birnbaum, it's always a pleasure talking with you. You can come on the show anytime you want.
Thank you.